Alrighty folks, it has undoubtedly already flooded your timeline. It is probably the biggest news in the FPS world right now, and that is exactly what we're looking at on the screen here. Battlefield has officially released, I guess we can't necessarily say gameplay, but some footage of what the next Battlefield title is going to look like, and this is huge. Now, obviously, everyone is aware of this. We had to go in on it though, but this tweet that they've posted earlier today when the reveal actually happened, this was more so to highlight something that they are calling Battlefield Labs. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire breakdown of what they release in terms of what Battlefield Labs is. Again, there's already been 1,000 posts on it, probably 10,000 videos. However, long story short, this is like Battlefield's early testing environment. This is what they've put out, stating to the public, hey, this is what we want to do going forward. Obviously, this is going to be for the next Battlefield title in the franchise. They'll probably continue to do this going forward, assuming they do continue going forward. This release is going to be big with them, but this is essentially just like an experimental testing environment that they're allowing the community to get in on so that they can test the game in a pre-alpha release. Now, there is a full article on the tweet there. It takes you to the website, but there is a full article here about what Battlefield Labs actually is. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go through that entire article just because it's already been done, and if you're interested in reading what the article is, what Battlefield Labs is actually supposed to represent, head over to the Battlefield Twitter page, click that link, and there it is. It's relatively brief, but you get the idea of what it is. Now, essentially, you sign up. I've already done so. The likelihood of actually being able to get into the playtest is probably pretty slim. There are probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of players who have done so already. But the idea is you come over here, you sign up for the Battlefield Labs experimental test environment. You can join the Discord as well if you want. And when you sign up, you're going to get a chance, you're going to get access, if you're selected, to be a part of the pre-alpha playtest for the next Battlefield title. Now, that's really cool. Not anything that we're not used to in gaming, not anything that we haven't seen before. A lot of games now have early access testing environments or closed private testing environments. It's a pretty commonplace thing. It's not super common for IPs that are this big though. I don't think, I can't say Warzone or Call of Duty has never done it. They probably have to a lot of the higher up content creators, streamers, but I'm not sure if Battlefield's ever done it quite this way where they're releasing it to the public. I know that they've always brought in high-profile content creators and testers to cover the game, again, behind closed doors, but I don't know if they've ever released it to the public. So this is really cool that they're trying to get the public involved. Again, this is probably going to be reserved for a very select few people, but definitely sign up for it. If you get lucky enough to get selected, obviously it's going to be under NDA, so you're not going to be able to record it or stream it or really talk about it at this point, unfortunately, but Battlefield is supposed to release this year. Now, we don't know what the new Battlefield title is going to be called. It could just be called Battlefield for all we know. The last one is 2042, so it wouldn't really make sense to call it 2025. Kind of a weird time jump there, but aptly so, it could just be named Battlefield, and I think that would be perfectly appropriate. Now, everyone knows how poorly received Battlefield 2042 was, and we're fixing to get into why I'm excited about this because of the stark contrast, the stark difference in the way that 2042 was shown, the way that it looked, the way that it released and played, compared to what we're seeing in this little segment here. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole video. It's a 5-minute long video, and the beginning of this is just them talking about Battlefield as a franchise, on and on and on, their history as a conglomerate of studios, etc., etc. You can see Ripple Effects a part of it now. Vince Zampella is back in the mix, of course, was involved in Battlefield 3 and 4. But the end of the video here is where we get just a tiny little teaser, like the last 10 seconds. So play it, of what the next Battlefield is going to look like. Okay, so again, just a super small snippet of what that game is going to end up looking like, we hope. But as everyone has been reiterating online, and I fully agree with it, time and time again, especially with AAA titles with a lot of money to burn, big budgets to spend on marketing, trailers mean nothing. And now more than ever in gaming, the results and the execution are all that matter. The trailers for 2042, in all honesty, looked pretty cool. I think that this looks way better. I don't think that this looks like 2042 at all. This does not give me any vibe or feeling or inclination that this game has gone the 2042 route any whatsoever. This game, from the very beginning of this small little preview here, looks gritty. It looks like an actual war zone, a battlefield. It looks like a place that people are actively fighting. The destruction looks great. The weapons, the vehicles, the color palette. Battlefield 2042 looked like, you know, an Apex Call of Duty-esque universe that was just super crispy clean, untouched, really saturated, blown out. This doesn't look like that at all to me. This looks like it could be amazing. We all know the state of Warzone. Everyone is tired of playing Call of Duty Warzone and being jerked around by the studios that are handling Call of Duty Warzone. I truly believe that if these studios can execute on the Battlefield IP that we know and that we love, maybe it won't be the same as 3 and 4, you know, we're past that, but if they can execute on something we know and love, true to the Battlefield formula, I really do think, man, especially if the game were to release with a Battle Royale mode, I think Warzone could just completely disappear and fall by the wayside. Maybe not forever. There is another Call of Duty coming out in 2026, but October, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, Hardline, all these games released in the October-November timeframe. So it stands to reason that the next Battlefield game could be here this October. And if that's the case, which is right around the time the new Call of Duties normally release, they could completely take over this scene. And I genuinely hope and pray they do, because I completely understand where everyone stands with Warzone. It's where I stand with Warzone. And we have not had another major AAA title in the first-person shooter space like this game. We've had some good ones, Arena Breakout, Delta Force, you know, but man, we are in desperate need. So you take the trailer with a grain of salt. Look into the Battlefield Labs program, sign up for it if you haven't already. I'm sure that as the weeks and the months go by, they said they were going to start rolling out pretty soon with these enrollments. I'm sure we're going to get more coverage and a little bit more information on what's going on. But man, I'm telling you right now, just looking at this here on the screen, again, it's a trailer. You cannot trust a trailer, but this looks so far beyond what 2042 presented us that I really do have high hopes for it. I'm trying to keep those hopes in check because realistically, you just never know. But anyway, guys and gals, let me know what you think. Let me know if you believe that they're going to be able to deliver. Let me know what you think they need. Do you think this trailer represents a better direction than 2042 did? Drop it down in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch as well. There's links all over the page to those locations where we stream live. And be sure to tune in for more content just like this. I'm super excited for where this could go, but we have to have realistic expectations as well. So anyway, guys and gals, I'll see you online.